Congratulations to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy was found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking. In fact, this is a big win for the Combs family. This one is a great news to Puff Daddy because these are the two major, more important charges that will have lead him to life imprisonment. He was discharged and acquitted of 3 counts charges, and he was only guilty of 2, which is guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution of Casey and Jane. He is guilty of those 2 count charges, but the most important one, which is racketeering and conspiracy, Diddy is found not guilty and also found not guilty in charge 2 of sex trafficking of the former girlfriend Casey, Aventura, and Jane. In fact, Diddy also was found not guilty in sex trafficking by force of fraud or coercion. In fact, this one is a very big win for the family of Sean Diddy's Con, for the family of Diddy and his friends. This is a big celebration for Diddy's Con because these 2 cases, these 3 cases that they just found him not guilty, they demand life imprisonment in each of the counts. He will have served all the rest of his life in prison and won't have seen the light of the day anymore. Let's start with racketeering and conspiracy. They said the racketeering and conspiracy, they were not able to find enough evidence to say that Diddy was really committing a crime enterprises with his business, with his bad boy records as a criminal enterprise. There was nothing to show for it. There was no proof about it. I said it the other day. I said this racketeering of the charges, they are going to drop it because they don't have any proof to nail Diddy that his people that was working with him or his boys or his bodyguards were all part of the Freak-Up party. They were using that very enterprise, that is bad boy record, to lure women into prostitution or to take them from one country to the other with the enterprise, with the bad boy records industry, with the enterprise, to commit this kind of criminal acts that now made it to say no. The prosecutor, which is the federal, they don't have any evidence to that, and the court did not see Diddy committing any crime, any criminal enterprise with his own business, which is his bad boy record. If not, he would have forfeited his houses. If he was found guilty of racketeering, he would have forfeited his houses and give it back to the government because he used that enterprises to build those properties. So properties automatically will now become of the government, and he will also go to life imprisonment. Diddy has been pleaded not guilty of racketeering, the most strongest of all of these cases. And then the number 2 most strongest, which is the sex trafficking. They said Diddy is not guilty of that because of his former girlfriend Casey, Aventura, and Jane. The 2 count charge, he is not guilty because there was no link that showed that Diddy trafficked these people for sex. To be a sex trafficker, it means you are going to use those girls in order to make money or exploiting them or forcing them to do what they don't want to do or putting it putting it on them that you must do it because of my power and influence. According to the prosecutor, that Diddy is using his power and influence to lure these girls into sex trafficking all over the world. But the judge said that there is no link to that because all the video they watched, all the freak-off parties video they watched in the court, they saw that these girls were consensual of what they were doing. And also, there's the text messages that was shown also in the court, show that these girls were consensual of what they were doing. They are not underage. Even up to date, the one that is called Jane inside, Diddy is still paying her house rent, still paying that girl house rent till today. And the Casey inside is now married with children that Diddy also paid $30 million in last 2 years here. She collected the money and still went ahead to sue Diddy. And this very person spent 10 good years as a relationship with Diddy. These 2 people that are coming out now to say that Diddy exploited them in sex trafficking and all, they were girlfriends to Diddy. These are not just girls you met in the streets and bring them to your place and now tie them up and now kidnap them and now force them into doing all those kind of things. No, these are girlfriends that are matured even before they know Diddy, and they were consensual of everything. Diddy were even the one paying their bills. Diddy did not use them to exploit them to make money. Even Diddy was the one paying the bills for them. Even when Casey normally used phone to call men to come and to devour them in a free cup party, it is Casey that always said that she need it, she need it. All those text messages has revealed everything that Diddy has never. No, there was no way that anything like sex, trafficking was being seen here, according to the jury. The jury said that they did not see anything that connects to trafficking of these girls, because I wish they were not his girlfriend. It was not done consensual. And if Casey was not in that relationship for over 10 years, and if Jane also was not in that relationship, and Diddy is carrying a responsibility, paying a bit, who was trafficked here is Diddy. Let's say the truth. Diddy was the one paying everything for these girls, and they now turned it up to say that he was trafficking them. The court said, no, you are not guilty. Then the number 3, where he was found guilty, number 3 and 5, where he was found guilty. Let's first of all talk of number 4, where he also was not found guilty, which was, he was not found guilty of sex trafficking again by force or fraud or coercion. He was also not found guilty in that, because these people, they were consensual on what they were doing. Even the Casey was the one organizing those free cup party. She said that for good 10 years, she was busy organizing those free cup party for she and Diddy. And the text messages has revealed that these two ladies, they totally know what they are doing. They know they were consensual. They were enjoying it. They had fun. Even one of them even fell in love with one of those striptease guys that Casey or Jane normally called to come and occupy them, or to come and take care of them in the free cup parties. They were even in love with those ones, even cheating on Diddy on top. Diddy never knew that they were even cheating on him on top, even though they were all consensual on what they were doing. So how is the sex trafficking or with fraud and coordination now come in here? If these people, we have read all their text messages that they sent to Diddy, telling Diddy that we love you, we need it, we want to be with you, we need the free cup party, everything was consensual. The court said no, Diddy is not guilty of that one also. The only one Diddy is guilty is the one of 3 and 5, which is 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution of Casey and Jane. Yes, he is guilty on those 2 charges. And those 2 charges demand 10 years each imprisonment when they will not read the verdict. Why? Because during that time, he was having this relationship with these girls. They normally travel out of the country, which he normally paid with his money. And all those striptease men, all those egbewe jamming that normally go and to devour the girls, he normally pay for tickets for them to fly on air to come and meet them in any part of the country or even outside the country. That is the only charges Diddy is being charged of now. That he paid them to come and go outside of the country, and also paid those guys that to devour where he was. So he was guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution of Casey and Jane, which now the court is now the lawyer, which is the defendant lawyer, is now pleading the court to let Diddy go home today. These 2 charges that are here, yes, at least it should go on before they go ahead with the final judgment. They are now pleading for the judge to let Diddy go home today. He has been there. He's not going to run. His passport is with the prosecutor, which is the federal. His passport is with them. There is no way Diddy will run away. Let him just go home and rest a little bit. One of that good thing again is that Diddy does not have any criminal record before this case. His record was clean, which may also help him for the judge to allow him to go home today. Do you see? I told you people that Diddy will win this case. Even the remaining 2 that is being charged guilty, those ones are not the important ones. The important ones in this case, which are the racketeering and the sex trafficking, has been found not guilty. In fact, the mother, the children, they are going to be so happy today. They are also in the court with Diddy. They have always been in the court with Diddy. Even the mother is every day in the court with Diddy. For the past 2 months that this case has started, the family has never stayed one day without being present in the court with Diddy. I'm so happy for Diddy. Congratulations to you. See, women can be so dangerous. Just 2 women. 2 women. And these 2 women, they are not strangers. They are his girlfriends. One of 10 years. The other one of about 4 or 3 years. And the other one, they are still together. The Jane. They are still together. Jane was thinking Diddy was going to rot in hell. I will still will continue to pay your house rent. But by the time when you know the Puff Daddy is finally out. I will see we continue to pay your house rent, Jane.